You may have noticed that I'm wearing brand new merch. The Cinnamon Roll Culture sweatshirt is officially live on shoptpusa.com. Click that if you want to shop the POPlitics collection. The sweatshirt is a periwinkle indigo color, and the POPlitics logo on the sleeve is light pink. I'm wearing a size medium for like a slightly longer fit, and I am absolutely in love with this. I have a feeling this is gonna sell out very fast. I haven't taken it off in like 4 days. Ew.
Oh, my.
Today, I've got some pretty in-depth stories for you. Black TikTokers are going on strike. Marvel writers made Captain America say the American dream was a lie just in time for the 4th of July, by the way. The behind-the-scenes drama surrounding Meghan McCain's exit on The View and the scandalous new Netflix show that has people clutching their pearls. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics. Have you noticed that there hasn't been any new TikTok dances lately, specifically for Megan Thee Stallion's new song?
Hey, I'm the big homie, but I ain't the oldest.
There's a reason. It's because there's been a TikTok strike from Black creators since Juneteenth.
You have been cheated and lied to.
Black TikTok dancers and creators are fed up because they claim that they're usually the ones creating dance routines that go viral on the app, but then say that those dances get associated with white creators like the D'Amelios or Addison Rae. They say that they're tired of emotional and intellectual theft.
I will restore the working man to his rightful glory. I will dismantle this oppressive establishment board by board.
I have a few thoughts on this because I actually think it's a very interesting conversation. The first concern I want to address is this idea that dances only go viral on TikTok when white people do them. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but somebody should study it to actually see if it's true. But hear me out. If it is, it wouldn't be the craziest idea. Remember who owns TikTok? China. Guess who has demonstrated time and time again that their government is extremely racist towards Black people? The CCP. The other thing is, these creators are trying to fight against the nature of social media. Conservatives have been trying to do this for a while now, and it hasn't gotten us anywhere, really. Influencers aren't gonna backtrack through a spreading fad just to find the source. I don't disagree that almost all pop culture trends, fashion, dancing, and otherwise, start in Black culture. If it weren't for Black people, white people would still be dressing like Howdy Doody. But a strike like this will just hurt those creators. The internet and the TikTok algorithm will just move on to amplifying creators who are putting stuff out.
Krusty Krab is unfair.
Have you ever watched True Detective? It's one of the best shows on HBO Max. Remember Stephen Dorff, who plays Roland West?
Feels like we should stay on point. I'm making a point, son.
Dorff trashed the Oscars earlier this year and said this year's Oscars were the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. My business is becoming a big game show. You have actors that don't have a clue what they're doing. You have filmmakers that don't have a clue what they're doing. We're all in these little boxes on these streamers, TV, film. It's all one big cluster of content now. I don't like playing things too safe. To me, Hollywood's always too safe.
No one's in any danger. How can I make that any more clear to you? Okay, it's an implication of danger.
He also called out Marvel movies and said he's embarrassed for Scarlett Johansson, who is going to be the lead in Black Widow this month.
We have to go back to where it all started.
Where did you think I was all this time?
Dorff said, "It looks like garbage to me. It looks like a bad video game. I'm embarrassed for these people. I'm embarrassed for Scarlett. I'm sure she got paid $5-7 million, but I'm embarrassed for her. I don't want to be in those movies. I really don't. I'll find that kid director that's going to be the next Stanley Kubrick, and I'll act for him instead." At first, I thought, maybe this guy's kind of a douche. But then, when I saw what Marvel just did over the holiday weekend, I thought, he may be onto something.
So, you screwed up.
4 days before the 4th of July, Marvel published the first issue of the new series, The United States of Captain America, by writer Christopher Cantwell. According to Breitbart, as the issue begins, Steve Rogers, the original Captain America, goes on and on about how America is built on lies.
You're a damn liar, man. That's not true.
I'm loyal to nothing except the dream. Here's the thing about a dream, though. A dream isn't real. I'm starting to think America actually has two dreams and one lie. The first worst American dream is the one that isn't real. It's one some people expect to just be handed to them. And then they get angry when it disappears, when the truth is, it never really existed in the first place.
Darby, could you just take care of this idiot? Thanks.
He adds that the dream with the white picket fences is a lie that doesn't get along nicely with reality, other cultures, immigrants, the poor. He even calls out people who believe in tougher immigration laws and says, we're at our best when we keep no one out. A good dream is shared radically, shared with everyone. When something isn't shared, it can become the American lie.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this.
I'm no Marvel expert, but I do know that it's not the original Captain America writers who believed that the American dream was a lie. It's the current ones. What is the point, by the way, of what Captain America is fighting for then? Do you think that this has anything to do with Disney owning Marvel now? Maybe Captain America will start to believe in the CCP dream soon.
Man, this is crappy.
You probably saw that Meghan McCain announced she's leaving The View, but the rumors surrounding the why are too juicy not to discuss.
It's just appalling. It sickens me. I woke up this morning, I was so in a rage about what they are doing.
A source told Page Six she's been wanting to get out, especially since she now lives in the DC area with her family. She doesn't want to come back to New York and be a part of that show. She's been miserable since she started.
I think about quitting every day, but I can't.
I guess ABC offered her a contributor job to stay on at least doing news, and she turned that down too. Allegedly, even Whoopi Goldberg, who has the reputation of being the chillest host on The View, couldn't even stand Meghan. Rumor is that every single co-host was making demands to new management that they couldn't take working with Meghan any longer and had documented issues with her. Maybe Meghan got wind of that and just decided she's had enough.
I'm done.
Unfortunately, I don't think we can get our hopes up that we'll ever get a real conservative on the show in replace of her. They're gonna make sure they get some other kind of rhino never Trumper. If Candace Owens didn't have her own show now, I would have said that they should get her, although they probably never would because she would destroy them on the daily. Their best bet? I think they should try to snatch Tomi Lahren. What do you think?
Sometimes it just sucks to suck.
Let me explain this. I'm not saying that because I think Tomi Lahren's a rhino. I actually don't at all. I think that they're going to want a rhino. If they were actually going to shock us all and not go for a rhino, I think it should be Tomi, just because Tomi just has that kind of back and forth, bickery personality. I mean, that's her entire brand as a conservative commentator. So I think that she would fit in with those women and be able to hold her own and she wouldn't be scared of them. I think, though, that they're not gonna go for her and they're going to pick the rhino option.
I had no idea what she was saying, but I knew what she was saying.
All right, one last thing before I go, because if I don't talk about this, I might explode. The show Sex Life on Netflix, oh my gosh. Inspired by the novel 44 Chapters About 4 Men by B.B. Easton, the show is about a housewife who has a great marriage, a hot as balls husband, and a beautiful home and kids, but her sex life is just a little too ho-hum for her, so she starts fantasizing about her ex-boyfriend.
I'm questioning everything.
Everybody wonders, what if?
The sex sucks. The romance quotient is non-existent. I've been thinking about him.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine.
There was a time in my life when I felt free.
I want to show you something.
I keep my eyes wide.
And then one day, I've become this whole
Don't let your kids watch it!
I already know half of you will say you're so glad that I'm talking about it, and then another half of you will be pissed that I even brought it up. But guess what? I watched it and I loved it. That's the truth. Is it rated R and pretty much all sex? Yes. Is it trash? Yes. But is the storyline so binge-worthy juicy that I watched the entire thing in 48 hours? 110%. It is definitely for adults only. Watch it at night. For those of you who have watched it though, I am curious if you loved it like I did or you hated it. My friend Lauren said she hated it. She thought it was trash and she thought it was terrible acting. And then if you have watched it, I wanna know if you're Team Brad or Team Cooper. For me, it is my absolute favorite type of show. Oh my gosh, obsessed. I wish that I didn't binge it all so fast so that I could still like savor it. Okay, maybe the wrong word for that type of show. You know if you know. I also know you're dying for me to discuss a certain picture I posted over the weekend, but for any updates surrounding that for now, you'll just have to make sure that you're following me at RealAlexClark, or better yet, join the CUTEservatives Facebook group. There's always juicy discussions in there. Get your cinnamon roll culture sweatshirt now at shoptpusa.com. You can also find that link in our bio if you forget. Hit the heart on this episode. You know what to discuss in the comments. Share this episode to your stories in with 2 friends who will want the new POPlitics merch and hit that save button. We're back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. Cinnamon roll gang rise! I'm AlexClark and this is POPlitics, baby! Click below to watch yesterday's episode. Please subscribe, thumbs up, share this video, and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss the conservative. And make sure you're following this show at POPlitics on Instagram for even more CUTEservative content.